Trucker Dump for December 23rd, 2009, episode 35. No guarantees in trucking.
Welcome to Trucker Dump, where you'll get one driver's insights and sometimes humorous views of truck driving and the trucking industry, and pretty much anything else he feels like dumping on you. This podcast is brought to you by AboutTruckDriving.com. Resources to help you understand the world of truck driving through the use of stories and a pathetic attempt at humor.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Todd Claus here. Okay, not much of a ring there. Sounds like Santa's a yuppie surfer dude or something. Well, I'm sure you're all busy with your holiday festivities, so I'll let you get back to your little elvish chores as soon as I can. This one is called No Guarantees in Trucking. The trucking industry might offer you a lot of things, but guarantees aren't one of them. There's plenty of "we'll do what we can" and "let's see how it pans out" type statements, but nothing is set in stone. I think "set in pudding" is closer to the mark. As I write this post, I'm sitting 200 miles away from my house. It's December 23rd, and we're due home by noon. At least that's what we ask for. My company doesn't guarantee home time. Furthermore, I've never worked for a company that has. The evil overlord and I delivered a load at 5 a.m. and we're now eagerly awaiting word from HQ as to whether we'll be deadheading home, it's running without a load, or whether they're going to try to cram in one more load, which wouldn't surprise me in the least. If they give us the nod to head home, sorry, but the rest of this post is going to have to wait. But for now, let's move on. As truck drivers, Christmas home time is about the closest thing we get to a guarantee. Most companies that we've worked for have had policies to get all drivers home on Christmas Day. Not Thanksgiving, not 4th of July, not Labor Day, only Christmas, and only Christmas Day at that. So far they've been successful, but to varying degrees. Some years you get plenty of time before and after Christmas Day. Other times you might get enough time to eat your 10-pound quota of Mom's chocolate chip cookies, then it's back out on the road. One year we got to the house in the early morning hours of Christmas Day, then had to leave at 6 a.m. on the 26th in order to deliver a load on time. Heck, I didn't even have time to, process my Christmas cookies. We were so freaking tired the entire time we were home. The upside is that we now know what a zombie Christmas would feel like, if zombies cared about anything but eating brains, that is. Clearly they don't. Okay, that was a weird little tangent there. Nothing like the birth of the savior of the world to bring on the zombie talk. Continuing on that line, last year was another one of those zombie Christmases. We had about 4 hours to wrap a dump truck load of gifts for the nephews and get over to their house to set up before the little Spitfires woke up and kamikaze down the stairs. After that, it was over to my mom's house where we walked around in a stupor for the rest of the day. Lucky for them, we didn't have any weird craving for brains. This lack of guarantees doesn't just apply to Christmas, though. The same thing happened this year at Thanksgiving. We got in with enough time to grab a couple of hours of sleep before we were due at my mom's house. A month before that, we completely missed a Halloween holiday that we'd been planning for over 2 months. There have been many similar situations over the years. Holy baby Jesus! Is that blasphemy? Hope not. I mean, he is holy and all. Anyway, we just got told to deadhead home. The rest will have to wait. Wow. Home on time and no load, which means we don't have a deadline that'll cut our home time short. Woohoo! We'll have to see how long we can soak this thing for. Finish up later. On second thought, I've decided that I'm going to give you a Christmas gift that you'll cherish throughout the years. A gift so unique and unheard of that you'll be telling all your friends and relatives about it for years to come. What is this special gift? A blog post that's less than 1,000 words. Merry Christmas.
Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright. Sunshine by day.
Hey, yo, bud, where do you want this load of feedback?
Okay, in keeping with the theme, I only got a few comments, which, well, I guess I can't complain since I'm trying to keep it short. Okay, let's get on with it. First, Kevin McCaig writes in and says, well said. That's all he said. That's all he needs to say, because Kevin McCaig is a smart guy. Y'all should follow him over on Twitter. He's Kevin of MI. Alton Woods, who I believe is a new guy. Yeah, sounds like it is. He says, glad to have found your blog. Isn't it just typical that the one time somebody tries to express a little pride in their profession that there's someone just waiting to shoot them down? But yes, Alton, it is typical. I'm glad you found the blog. I sure hope you hit the subscribe button. And these last two are really important because they're not from truckers, and that's kind of what this whole post was about. Pam Court simply says, "Your blog is working for me." Well, that's enough. That's all I'm asking for. And Heidi says, "Nice post, Todd. Because of you, I definitely pay attention to the plight of a trucker on the road. I look into their faces as we drive by, hoping to get a glimpse of you and the evil overlord. Seriously, what you offer through your tweets is an awesome glimpse into the life most of us will never know. I'm glad for Crabby Guy's comments, because it'll only shed a little bit more light. Keep on trucking, friend, and blogging, and tweeting. Peace." Well, thanks, Heidi. We'll be looking for you, too. Glad to hear my theories have at least some merit. Don't worry, I won't get used to it. All right, I know y'all are busy with Christmas, but if you got time to send in a comment, here's how you can do it. Well, I hope y'all have a fabulous Christmas this year. I'd like to thank y'all for listening and subscribing this past year. What? You aren't subscribed? Well, there's your Christmas gift to me. You were going to get me one, weren't you? You can subscribe to the blog and the podcast over at abouttruckdriving.com. Or if you're only interested in the podcast, the iElves over at Apple have wrapped up a pretty little subscribe button for you. Just search for Trucker Dump. You can leave an iTunes review as a stocking stuffer. What else? Yeah. The email is truckerdump@gmail.com. The Twitter is @ToddMcCann. That's 2 D's, 2 C's, and 2 N's. So until next year, drive safe and stay out of my way.